Fil-Global is the only ISO-certified immigration services company in the Philippines. It was founded to help Filipinos achieve their dreams. Our goal here in Fil-Global is to take our members one step closer towards success. Our services are anchored to being compassionate to the needs of our clients, providing honest, straight-to-the-point recommendation while maintaining excellence through our customer service. All of this to provide the best immigration services to the Filipinos by Filipinos.
And I am Raymart D. Cahuday, one of the customer support officers here at Fil-Global Immigration Services Corporation. And I would like to give a very warm welcome po sa lahat ng ating attendees sa ating Facebook Live. Hello po sa inyo. And syempre, I would like to express my sincerest welcome po sa ating very special guest for today's talk show. So, nandito po, kasama natin, our very stunning guest, Miss Rona Diaz.
That's a very kind description of stunning guest. So Raymart, good afternoon, and good afternoon to all our guests for today's talk show. Thank you very much to our very good partner, Fil-Global Immigration, for having Vancouver Community College in this talk show. I'm Rona Diaz, guys, and I'm the country manager of VCC, and I hope you'll stay with us as we discuss the different programs of VCC, why you should choose us among other colleges in Canada, and of course, how do we support your study journey should you decide to study at VCC.
Thank you so much din po, Ms. Rona Diaz, for giving us your time and expertise sa pagpunta sa ating talk show for today. So before tayo magkaroon ng conversation, ma'am, about Vancouver Community College, first of all, I would like to, syempre, know more about you, ma'am.
Of course.
So ano po, ma'am, yung mga recent activities natin?
Yeah, so the past weeks, months have been so busy, Raymart, actually. We've been ramping up our promotion of Vancouver Community College, or VCC, in the Philippines. So I have been traveling across the country and, of course, meeting prospective students as well as partners. And I'm so glad because I finally have the chance to be here with Fil-Global, who is a very good partner of VCC. And yeah, we expect to have more activities, events in the coming months. So I always look forward to being here with you guys.
Ayan. So, in short, parang naging mini Dora si Miss Rona Diaz.
Dora?
Yes, ma'am. Kasi, diba?
Dora the Explorer.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Since you've traveled for a lot of places. And so, ayan po. So, let's move on po sa one of the most awaited part ng ating talk show. Siyempre, ma'am, let's talk more about Vancouver Community College. So, ma'am, can you tell us about a brief history lang po and about the location of Vancouver Community College?
Sure, I'd be very happy to share, the history, the location of VCC. So, Vancouver Community College is one of the oldest public colleges in British Columbia province, all right? So, we've been there for about 60 years. That's long, yes? Which indicates that the institution is highly reputable, modesty aside. In 1965, it was officially formed by bringing together long-established institutions like the Vancouver School of Arts, the King Edward Continuing Education, Vancouver School Board, and these institutions were set up like way back in 1905, 1929. They were all combined and Vancouver Community College was formed, all right? And now we're considered as one of the largest public colleges in the province. We have more than 20,000 students combining Canadian or domestic as well as international students who comprise 20% of the total student population. We have two campuses right now. That's downtown, VCC Downtown and Broadway campus. And I'm very pleased to tell you guys that if you already watched the Good Doctor series, which is streamed at Netflix, the hospital there, or most of the shooting locations of that series is actually VCC Broadway campus. That's our school, all right? So we're very proud of that. And of course, I have to mention that VCC is located in the heart of Vancouver. So I really have to highlight that because, when you guys become an international student, to those listening to our audience, you just don't study in a particular location, right? You study, live, and work in that particular place. Therefore, you really have to consider, number one, the climate. Is it very cold? Or is the climate just mild? And I'm happy to tell you that across Canada, across the country, it's Vancouver that has the mildest temperature, all right? So you make sure to choose Vancouver, of course, VCC, because there are other schools in Vancouver. And it's always considered as the most livable, all right? In terms of livability, it's number one. And on top of that, it's number one for employment. That's there was an empirical survey, it's research-based. Across the country, Vancouver is number one for employment. So it's a great stud destination, really. Choose VCC.
Ayan. So, bilang isang fan din ng The Good Doctor, fan ni Dr. Sean Murphy po.
Yes.
So, that really gets me excited din na one of the featured schools dito kay Fil-Global, the Vancouver Community College, is parang closely related din sa interest ko. Then, syempre, as mentioned by Miss Rona, kailangan din talaga malaking factor yung location ng ating pipiliin na school since di lang naman tayo mag-aaral dun, ma'am. So, we will live there. Kaya, pumili tayo ng location kung saan tayo mag-grow. And syempre, we are most comfortable in.
True.
Yes. So, for our next question po, so what are some unique features or strengths of Vancouver Community College? So, parang in short, ma'am, what makes Vancouver Community College different?
Right. So we're very proud to say that at VCC, you gain practical, hands-on training or education. All right? And VCC is really known for offering what we call career programs, which are the highly employable programs in Canada and even globally. All right? So if you guys, like what I said, watch The Good Doctor, you may have seen there's this coffee shop, there's this bistro, restaurant. In reality, those are fully operational and commercialized facilities run and managed by international students. In these facilities, you gain real-life Canadian work experience in a Canadian setting. You get to expand your network. And of course, you get to enhance your confidence because while studying, you are already working. You are already being trained how it feels, how it's like to be in a Canadian workforce. All right, so we have a lot of fully operational facilities like an auto shop, childcare center. We have our own salon and spa. What else? We have like our own bakery. And a lot more. I think the audience can see that on the screen, the different facilities. And because of that, it leads to very good outcomes. So we have a very high satisfaction rate among our graduates, like 94%. Imagine that indicates that they're able to achieve their educational goal because of their learning or experience at VCC. And we also have very high employment rate at 92% on an average. In fact, there are programs with 100% employment rate. So yeah, that's what makes VC unique. It's practical, hands-on learning.
And so, ayan ma'am, no? So, to summarize lang, so what Ms. Rona Diaz is pointing out is it's better for our students na magkaroon talaga ng exposure sa kanilang field.
True.
And syempre, exposure kung paano sila makikipag-communicate sa Canadian citizens since in the long run, pwede tayo maging permanent resident ng Canada.
Yes.
So it's a preparation din. So how can we live there if we are not exposed on how things work there?
Exactly.
Ayan. So for our next question po, so how does the university naman support international students success, syempre, during and after their stay at Vancouver Community College?
So VCC offers very strong support to its students, all right, particularly the international students. So we have a lot of support and services. To mention a few, like for example, we have free student advising, including immigration advising. So regularly, we would gather representatives from the BC Provincial Nominee Program, those who discuss the authority, who discusses about, becoming a permanent resident, to educate our students, all right, to guide them. We have this disability services, indigenous services. We have free tutorial services. So in case they're having difficulty, let's say in their subjects or courses, they can avail of a free tutorial from our professional tutors, because we have one of the largest library learning centers, and that's the avenue where they can, access all these free services. So we also have very strong partnership with industry leaders, particularly employers. So VCC connects students to employers and other providers of, employment opportunities. All right. So for example, in the hospitality, we have this student session wherein the key hotels like Fairmont, Shangri-La, Marriott, the employers would be connected or would meet our hospitality students for an opportunity of employment. So we really strongly support them throughout the process or in the course of their stay at VCC.
Ayan. So there are two things po na I would highlight talaga. So first of all is Vancouver Community College is endorsing yung ating mga students sa mga prospected employers. So that first is a very good thing na para sa isang international student na kumbaga may endorsement na sila for their employers. And the second naman is we can see that Vancouver Community College really cares about its students. So not just the academics, syempre, the well-being of the student itself. So that's very good, ma'am, to hear.
Thank you.
So for our next question naman, ma'am, so what are the general requirements? Syempre, a lot of our attendees here are very curious po about syempre sa general requirements, and syempre while we're at it po, so can you give us a brief discussion naman about the admission process po?
Sure. So I think what differentiates VCC is that it has very reasonable admission requirements, all right? In fact, we have many programs that do not really require, let's say, a specific grade quota for you to be admitted. Just to highlight a few, our post-degree diploma programs, you can get in for as long as you are a bachelor's degree graduate. We wouldn't really examine your grades because like what I said, it's an experiential learning. All right, and we recognize the different learning dynamics of each student. Now, so what's the, let's say, admission requirement, or what do we require, or what do the students need to submit? So just the basic, guys, like we would be needing your education documents like the diploma, transcript, a valid passport, what else? The English test. So for the English test, if it's a post-degree diploma, which is a higher credential, could upgrade the student's college degree, no more IELTS, just submit a certification that English is the medium of instruction. And we have like 4 programs that are PDD that have PDD credential: the business and project management, business management, network tech, and hospitality. So just submit a cert of MOI, all right? And going back to the requirements, to the English requirement, if it's a non-PDD program, then if it's a non-PDD program, it requires an English test. And yes, we are accepting Duolingo. All right, so let's go back to the other admission requirements. We have an application fee amounting to 145 CAD. And that's it. So just very few. Oh, I'd like to add, you know what, Raymart?
Yes.
I think we're one of the very few institutions in Canada that actually admit or accept students whose highest educational attainment is grade 10, or those who completed only 4th year high school being part of the old curriculum. So yes, we have programs like cosmetology, baking, culinary, and graphic design that accept grade 10, all right? So again, it's very reasonable, and just, submit your applications, and there's a very high chance that you'll be admitted.
And so Vancouver Community College really is considerate about our Filipino applicants. So, ayun ma'am.
Sorry, but I'd like to add, I missed to mention, yes, the admission requirements may be reasonable. However, seats fill up very quickly, all right? In fact, Winter, January 2024, has programs that already closed. Early childhood, culinary. So what I'm telling the audience is, if you're really serious to apply, then you have to apply the soonest because seats run out quickly. Fil-Global here is a good partner of VCC. Contact them, then they can certainly help you submit your application, then secure a LOA from VCC. All right?
So, and ma'am, to better point out the very considerate ng ating Vancouver Community College sa a lot of our applicants. So, a lot of our applicants kasi ma'am is actually high school graduate of the old curriculum. So, it's very good to hear ma'am na
Yes.
Vancouver Community College accepts yung ating high school graduates and may mga programs pa sila na hindi mo kailangan mag-take ng IELTS. So, just the medium of instruction,
Yes.
that will do po. So, I think it's a very good choice na piliin natin yung Vancouver Community College since IELTS is costly and syempre exam po yun. So, we don't know, syempre naman, if we can pass or fail the exam. So, I think it's a very good thing talaga na walang IELTS. And some of the courses na offered talaga, na featured ni Vancouver Community College is very in demand. So,
Yes.
ayun nga, nasabi ni Ma'am Rona na yung mga slots actually for the 2024 intake
Yes.
is full na. So, if you are really talaga pursuing your Canadian dream, I would recommend na kontakin nyo na agad ang mga marketing executives here at Fil-Global para ma-assist namin kayo agad for your application process to Vancouver Community College.
I missed to mention, Raymart,
Yes,
because 95% of our programs actually requires an English test. So, I'm a friend of IELTS because 95% of our program requires an English test. But I'd like to mention that, guys, Duolingo is accepted. It's the easiest online English exam. And it's online, only 1 hour. The result is available within 2 to 3 days, and it's very affordable, around 2,500 pesos only. So if you don't want to take IELTS, then take Duolingo. But there's also advantage taking an IELTS because when you apply for PR, it's one of the requirements. So it's a good training already for you to take the exam.
So, can you tell us about any recent developments or
Okay.
initiatives of the university?
Right, so that's a very good question, Raymart, no? So unang-una, guys, VCC is the International Secretariat of UMAP, University Mobility in the Asia Pacific. So it's a consortia of around 600 colleges, universities all over the world, representing many countries, like 36 to 40 countries, all right? So we are the International Secretariat, representing Canada also as a member, and with that, it could give our students, international students, the opportunity to study abroad, not just Canada, maybe Japan, Switzerland, or any other country in the world. So that's being worked on, and in the near future, we'll be having more updates about that. Another thing, so as you know, VCC really wants to make its graduates very globally competitive, and because of that, just last week actually, and I'm very proud to share this, because we're the first and only college or institution outside the US that has earned an international accreditation called Automotive Service Excellence. And because of that, our transport or automotive programs are globally recognized. VCC graduates of this program will be much sought or highly in demand anywhere in the world. We're the first and only institution outside the US to have obtained that international accreditation. And another thing, last April, there was this Skills BC competition. So the different colleges, universities in the province, their students competing in various skilled areas like baking, culinary, automotive, hairstyle, graphic design, technology competition, and VCC earned 19 awards. 4 of them gold, and one of the gold awardees is a Filipino student named Vanessa Yu from the graphic design program. She's representing the province to the national skills competition in Winnipeg. What does it tell the international students, particularly the Filipinos? Filipinos at VCC are really excelling, and if you research the Skills BC 2023, imagine we earned many awards. We won many awards compared to other colleges and institutions, which means the students really got a very good training from the instructors. They really stand out. So I'm very proud to share that.
And we are also very proud, ma'am, to call Vancouver Community College one of the partner schools of Fil-Global Immigration Services Corporation. And syempre, ma'am, I would also, syempre, give praise sa excellence na pinapakita ni Vancouver Community College and kung paano niya ibida ang talentong Pinoy. Ayan. And syempre, for our next question, ma'am, so how does the university naman engage with the surrounding community? And what impact does Vancouver Community College have sa community po niya?
Sure. So, VCC is highly engaged, is very involved in many community initiatives, events, activities that really in return benefit the community, all right, or the society. So, for example, like we just celebrated the LGBTQ plus community with the Pride celebration. Our students would join many volunteer events to help the community. For example, our CAD and BIM students recently volunteered for the Habitat for Humanity to build houses. So we engage with the industry partners, for example, the consul generals from the Southeast Asia region, including the Philippines. We regularly engage with them, just to explore areas of partnership on how we could, exchange resources.
Yes.
So again, it would benefit our respective students and the community in general. And aside from that, there was this recent announcement made by the provincial government for a stronger BC. It's the newest campaign. And VCC is one of the very few institutions that committed to take part in that Stronger BC campaign of the province. With that commitment of VCC, we will help in filling the employment gaps or gap in skills. Because just to let you know, guys, the BC government is projecting approximately 1 million jobs in the next 10 years. 1 million. And VCC is committing to supply those skills to fill or meet that 1 million job shortage. So yeah, that just shows that we are building Vancouver City. That's why there was a campaign before. We built this city. Over the years, Vancouver Community College supplied 9,000 hospitality managers, 7,000 nurses, 8,000 designers. So that's how we're contributing to the community. It's the skills that we're, producing.
So ayan, ma'am, no? So based on the numbers alone, makikita natin how excellent talaga
Yes.
Vancouver Community College is. And kapag you choose the Vancouver Community College, you are not only choosing an excellent institution. So nakita nyo yung mga programs na sinasalihan na Vancouver Community College, makikita nyo na si Vancouver Community College is very proactive sa community niya. So hindi lang siya concerned about sa school itself, di ba, ma'am?
Yes.
So I think it's very important then na yung mga surrounding communities ay involved sa mga projects, ganyan, mga
Sure.
initiatives ng
Sure.
ating school. Then, syempre, ma'am, how does university stay current and adapt sa mga, syempre, change is very constant naman.
Mm-hmm.
And as Charles Darwin said, it is not the strongest of the species or nor the most intelligent of the species that survive. So it is the one that is more adaptable sa change.
Yeah.
So how does Vancouver Community College adapt sa
Alright.
changing trends ng ating society?
That's a very good question. So first and foremost, we have what we call a program advisory committee in most program areas comprised of various industry leaders like the business owners, business managers, the instructors from different colleges, universities. They regularly gather to discuss the trends in various sectors like in culinary, hospitality, technology, early childhood, and they determine what should be changed in the curriculum. So that gives the students the assurance that our curriculum adapts to the current trends, to the to the different changes in today's time. And just to give an example, we also want to make sure that the students would have access in state-of-the-art facilities. Well, if you guys, again, already watched The Good Doctor, the facilities in itself are really state-of-the-art.
Yes, ma'am.
Very obvious. So, recently, we acquired the first of its kind Toyota Mirai hydrogen fuel car. Okay? VCC was the first to acquire that, first of its kind for the Canada market, and that will be used by our automotive students in their training. So again, we want our students to have access to the recent technologies or state-of-the-art technologies. Again, we also continue our coordination with industry partners, like the recent gathering with the Consul Generals in Southeast Asia. And we have this, what we call ready to work workshops. Okay, so this is a new initiative by VCC. It's free. These are non-accredited subjects or courses, anything employment related. How to find work, how to be confident, various soft skills learning. We teach that to the students for free to prepare them for success in their future workplace. So yeah, that's how we adapt and how we make sure that our students adapt to the trends, to the changes in today's modern time.
So, ayan, ma'am, no? So, I think Vancouver Community College talaga is not really afraid of change. Why? Because yung change na ini-implement ng Vancouver Community College is from its experts' opinion talaga. So, we can make sure na yung steps na i-take ng Vancouver Community College would greatly benefit talaga yung students po nila.
Yes.
And syempre, proven naman dyan sa longevity ng Vancouver Community College. Yeah, 60 years, tama po ba, ma'am?
Yes.
60 plus years ang Vancouver Community College. So, kitang-kita naman natin na kayang-kaya ni Vancouver Community College i-sustain yung excellence na napoprovide niya sa mga students nito.
Yeah. 58 years to be exact.
Wow. So, sobrang tagal talaga. Pwede ko na siyang lolo, actually.
Si VCC, hindi
Yes,
ako.
yes, ma'am. So, you look very young naman talaga.
Oh,
ma'am.
that's exactly what I wanted to hear, Raymar. Thank you. Just kidding. Go ahead.
So, ako naman, ma'am, is very young, and you know naman, the young persons don't lie. Kaya alam mo, ma'am,
I will go back
we
here,
both know.
definitely.
We both know na totoo talaga yung sinasabi natin. Then, syempre, finally, ma'am, ano kayang magandang advice ang mapoprovide mo for our students na considering na mag-aral sa Vancouver Community College?
Yeah, so I strongly advise those interested to become international student to really, value time and become an international student as soon as possible you can. Why? Remember, guys, unang-una, tuition fees in all colleges and universities increase per year, 2 to 3% increase. Still, that would be significant if you're planning, let's say, to study 3 to 5 years from now. Tataas at tumataas talaga ang mga tuition fees. So study now while they're still affordable and be globally competitive, right? So it's different to have an international credential, to have obtained, let's say, a credential in an international college like Vancouver Community College, and choose innovative experiential learning for life. So again, that's what differentiates VCC. You gain practical education, which as an outcome makes you equipped and well prepared to enter or to succeed the Canadian workforce or any other workforce globally, since you'll be very competitive. And I believe you can see on my screen, there's a very good illustration there that could really tell you that becoming an international student has an ROI, or a return of investment. So it shows there the programs, the tuition fee for the 2-year duration, and how much could you expect to earn for your annual median salary. For example, if you take business and project management or business management, you invest around 37,000. Yet, after you graduate, you can expect to earn on the first year 70,000 CAD. So that tells you that you already offset your financial investment on your tuition fee. I want to highlight computer systems technology and network tech admin security. You invest around 38,000 CAD for 2 years, and you can expect to earn between 63 to 94,000 CAD. Yeah, because Vancouver City is a tech hub. Just across VCC downtown, Amazon has built a new building creating around 3,000 jobs for the people in Metro Vancouver. Vancouver City is #1 for tech job growth in North America based on a CBRE report in the last 3 years. So there's ROI, return on investment. It's worth it to become an international student. And lastly, I'm very proud to say, and I'm personally very proud of these students, Filipino students. Students at VCC are taking leadership roles. You know what? Our Board of Governors, or BOG, which is like the counterpart of Board of Regents in the University of the Philippines, the representative of the students is a Filipino named Justin Gonzalez. Prior to him taking that position, also a Filipina, Irene Sahagon. The next year, the two competed. So Filipinos themselves competing, imagine that.
Sila lang talaga yung naglalaban.
It's telling a lot. Na, as in, ang gagaling talaga ng Pinoy.
Yes,
They competed, Justin won, but Iran has become the student council president. Right? So, who will be the next? Probably one of the, she is in the audience right now watching. Maybe you're the next student representative in our BOG.
You'll never know.
Choose VCC now.
So, dito sa Fil-Global kasi, ma'am, we have a saying that make that life-changing choice. So, you make that life-changing choice, and together with Fil-Global and Vancouver Community College, you can expect naman that we'll do our best para ma-provide yung support and assistance na kailangan nyo to succeed sa pagiging international student talaga.
Yes.
And as mentioned by ma'am, may return of investment.
ROI, yeah.
So yun naman talaga yung isa sa mga selling factors or main factors kung bakit tayo student visa. Why we aspire to become an international student, syempre, aside from the credentials itself,
of course,
syempre yung exposure natin sa other countries, and syempre, ayan ma'am, yun talaga yung biggest selling point for me. Yung they are job ready, they are equipped with the skills na kailangan nila para kumbaga makahanap sila ng work that will satisfy and syempre will fulfill their dreams talaga.
True.
So, before we end our talk show, ma'am, so can we have a little message? Ayan, ma'am, invite mo naman sila, ma'am. So, why would they choose talaga yung Vancouver Community College?
Okay, that's not part of the expected question. Just kidding. All right, why should you choose VCC? On top of that, guys, even if you don't choose VCC, choose a designated learning institution because these are the institutions that will make you eligible to apply for PGWP or post-graduation work permit. And VCC is a DLI, all right? All of our programs that are full-time and at least 8 months, you become eligible for PGWP. We're located in Vancouver, as mentioned earlier, the #1 for employment, very beautiful. It has the mildest climate across Canada, all right? Therefore, you really have access to this, high quality of life, to this combined man-made and, nature scenic view or setting or place. And we offer highly employable programs or yung mga career programs na tinatawag, ensuring that you will really be in demand when you graduate and enter the Canadian workforce. And we have very strong partnership with the industries. Okay, so that I think is very important. We connect you with employers. All right, our instructors, would you believe it, Raymart? We require at least 8 years of industry experience, not just academic qualification like having master's, doctorate, but plus industry experience. For example, they have become a hospitality manager or they have worked in a tech company because we expect our instructors to be the top source of job referrals. All right, that's how we really ensure that the students get access to this, high quality premium education, and that's strongly supported by the institution, by BCC.
And kapag ganun talaga yung mga instructors natin, yung mga professors sa ating university, that they have hands-on experience talaga, and they are very exposed sa field
Yes.
mismo. I think that experience is the best teacher, kasi
Yeah.
for me, ma'am.
Yeah.
So, experience is the best teacher, kaya alam nyo that you'll get the best quality of education from Vancouver Community College.
Of course, I want to add, because I forgot the most important part. Guys, again, value time, all right? Apply now, and Fil-Global Immigration here with, of course, the leadership of Burge is a very good partner of Vancouver Community College. Contact them for you to secure your LOA and start your journey at VCC.
So, ayan, ma'am. So, to keep our message short, guys, I would recommend talaga that you make that life-changing choice right now.
Choose VCC.
Choose BCC and choose Fil-Global to help you with your application. So, once again,
See you soon at
I'm
VCC.
Raymart D. Cahuday, together with
Rona of VCC.
Ayan. So, once again, I would like to thank you, ma'am, from
Most
the bottom
welcome.
of my heart, for sharing your time.
Of
and
course. It's my pleasure to be here.
Yes.
So the pleasure is mine. Okay, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for having us. And thank you so much for attending our free face-to-face talk show with our very special guest, Miss Rona Diaz from VCC. Thank you so much.